BB weights.
BB weights.
When to use what weight, you know?
When to use what weight. All right. So it's simple. If you want maximum accuracy, you should use the maximum weight that your gun allows you to use. If you are playing CQB, you can consider switching to a more lightweight BB just because you want the speed to hit the target. So from the point you fire, it takes a while until the BB gets there, and you want to hit fast. Especially in CQB, this is important because people are like peeking corners, and you will have a small target that can disappear really quickly. You want the BB to be there fast, and you don't shoot at such long distances in CQB. So yeah, that's the rule, and now that's the basic rule for me. Would you agree?
I agree very much.
I feel like I talked a little bit too much.
No, yeah, you're monologuing again. It's fine. To be fair, there's this whole performance thing. The thing is, since I'm in Norwich, I use a different gun every day, so I cannot say that's true, because these days I don't know anymore. I haven't played with the same replica except the SSP5 like twice in a row.
Yeah. And also you always so every replica has a certain range that it can operate with. Usually, generally speaking, you should never go under 0.25. It's just too lightweight. You shoot at me, I'm gonna blow the BB away.
Okay, actually, fun fact: one of our coworkers, Miro, has this great practice. When he uses grenades, he uses only black gas and 0.12 gram BBs.
Yes, grenades. That's okay. Grenade is a very special thing. I can see it. However, why not heavier?
No, but 0.12 gram BBs for the grenades with black gas. It sprays super far away,
and it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt much, and BBs go fast. It's not like you don't have time to
you don't really care about accuracy when it comes to a grenade.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's actually one of the very few scenarios when I can imagine myself using like 20s or even lower 0.12 airsoft grenade. Fine. But generally speaking, pistols 0.25 to 40s. if we talk about a regular airsoft replica pistol, 0.25 depends if the hop up and the system works correctly. If you use the SSP5, you can go 0.46. That's a pretty decent range of weight that you can use in a pistol already. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, SP5, I only use 40s. I could use lower. It's just that my hop up is set and I don't want to touch it. It's
if it works,
shooting
don't
perfect
touch
right
it.
now.
Sniper rifles, like I mentioned in the previous video, if you use anything lower than 0.4 gram, you should just switch to an AEG or a pistol at that point, because where is your advantage? The marginal improvement in range and accuracy. First and foremost, if you have one dual gun, Italy and Ireland, you don't have any advantage in the first place. And then if you are allowed to use, let's say 2.8 joule or even 3.3, like some fields in Czech Republic, or higher potentially, then please use 0.45, 4.9, 4.8, anything above 0.45, 4.6 if you use NOVRITSCH brand BBs. As heavy as you can, because you need accuracy when you have a sniper replica. If you have AEGs, there is also this question, do you prefer the speed and a little bit less accuracy? Do you want more accuracy because you maybe have real caps and you try to play, milsim mode when you have limited ammo, or you have an LMG, which is basically just an AEG with a big magazine, and you just spray and pray. Yeah, anywhere between 0.25 to 30s, 32 for a normal AEG. If you tune it, our colleague uses 0.4 gram in an AEG.
Yeah, but it's shooting 2 points or 3 joules.
No.
He's
No.
He's 2.4 joules, I think.
2.4?
Yeah, 2.4.
On an AEG? That's illegal. Call the police.
It is Slovakia, no?
I ran out of coffee.
Same here. No, yeah, I think AEGs in general, just I always put 30s in most of the ones I used. Always works more or less.
More or less.
Yeah, the thing is, you're an AEG, you've got 140 BBs. It's not the issue. If you don't have the range, run.
Yeah. But also, we are a little bit. At this point, I would say we are not the correct people to judge this because, like you mentioned earlier, you use so many different replicas, and we don't really do this fine tuning and figuring out. Okay, 0.25 has exactly a 1 centimeter less spread than something else.
We don't know.
It's
Yeah.
If you use different replicas, you kind of lose this. Like, you know that particular replica, and you can like tell that it likes this particular brand in this particular weight.
We're not qualified for this, I would say. NOVRITSCH produces them, tests them on different guns, not on one gun.
But we always give a good recommendation. Also, okay, if we talk about already BB weight, what also puzzles me all the time is that when you look through different web shops, they tell you to use 0.25.
Who tells you to use that?
No matter what.
The web shop.
I saw it so many times. Yeah. Different web shop retailers. It doesn't matter what country, what brand, but you see it all the time. They are like, this rifle has X amount of muzzle energy, let's say 1.5 joules at 0.25. And it feels like they just copy paste it for everything. And I'm like, how do they measure? How do you... in the first place, this is the wrong weight for, let's say, a gas blowback replica. Because gas replicas, you should be using like at least bare minimum 0.32 gram. 0.32 gram, bare minimum for a gas rifle, SCAR or M4 or whatever. And they give you this information. Oh, it has like 1 joule with 0.2 gram or 225.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and people are surprised when they receive them.
and then and that's the
they're
thing.
They're gonna go on Reddit. Oh, my gun is
and then
2.7 joules.
they put this 0.25 gram BB in the gas gun or sniper rifles. Even I've seen it even on sniper rifles. They put it there and they wonder, why doesn't it shoot good? Why is it? Why it's the accuracy like trash?
Well, this is GBVR people problem.
No, it's not just.
It's gonna work.
Well,
AEG,
maybe.
AEGs, I mean, 25s. Yeah, you don't get necessarily the best performance, but it's always gonna work in an AEG. No?
There's a nice comment. I actually never used anything below 0.3 gram BB. More power to you. That means you probably have a nice replica.
To be fair, when I started Airsoft in the first 3 years, I never learned or knew that I should use something heavier than 25 grams. Probably from what you say from the web shops and everything, but like my replicas were all shooting decently. 20, yeah, I could have probably gotten better grouping and everything, but you just don't know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just don't have friends who tell you or you don't do extensive research, how are you supposed to find out? You don't even know why is there a heavier BB than one certain weight. Like, why should we use... And especially if you don't even know how real guns work or, you just don't know. Yeah, then it's pretty hard. Then you have to do your own research or do extensive testing, but chances are you are a student on a budget. You cannot buy every single BB weight and every single brand to do your testing. And then maybe you put a heavier BB in there, but you probably only have one replica that is not tuned and it actually just doesn't work how it should. And then you are like, okay, you basically there is no way around or out of that. Apart from meeting friends, more experienced friends, and like passing this knowledge. And hopefully, if you are maybe a beginner watching this right now, maybe this gets you on the correct path. Hopefully.
If it is the truth.
Maybe we are spreading misinformation.
Because that's one thing in Airsoft. Everybody.
What is the true?
No,
truth?
But in Airsoft, not everybody, but every field has those like 5 gurus that know exactly what works. And supposedly know exactly what works. They're going to tell you it's this, it's that, and it's like this. And they're 100% sure of them. maybe they're right, but like everybody has different theories.
And even better, everybody says something different.
Yeah, that's the thing. That everybody has something different, but they're sure of it, and this is the ultimate airsoft.
Yeah.
So take everything we say, everything you hear in a field, don't take it for granted, question it and test it. Testing is the best thing ever. If it works, it doesn't work,
Yes.
you'll know, rather than just listening, oh, that's how it is, and then telling the next person that's how it is. Test it.
And
Always.
make
Even-
a report and
Put it on a, but
record everything.
even what is said here, I mean, always take everything with like some distance and
yeah.
a bit of awareness.
But if you have a friend, or maybe just a person that you know from another friend or something, and you know that this person has been playing for, I would say 5 years plus at least. 10 would be better. Chances are this guy already seen it all.
Okay, so one story one time. Field where I used to play at, I was still quite a beginner in Airsoft, and at some point my replica just wasn't feeding properly. And I went to him, I was like, hey, what's happening? This guy has been playing for the last 20 years, has all of his replicas working magically well, shooting super fast. And I went to him, I was like, oh, it's misfeeding. I don't know what's the issue. I didn't know so much about Airsoft. I knew how to play it, but I still don't know much about the technical aspect of Airsoft. And I go to him and say, oh, my replica is not shooting properly. And he takes it, he looks a bit, just opens it a little, looks around and said, yeah, one of the parts is broken, like it's probably fucked, and changing this one is just not worth it. You need to buy a new one. Like, oh shit. I did buy a new one because I wanted a second replica anyways, but then I just changed the mags.
And it started working.
It worked fantastically. It was the mags. And so, even if people know Airsoft, and like, just take everything with like some awareness. This is what I'm saying, because it's such a technical sport. There's so many million factors inside of it that it's help. But let's go back to BBs, okay?
Okay, back to BBs. Let's finish this video with actual actionable information. Let's just break it down to the basics, like pistol 0.25 minimum, probably 0.28. If you have a NOVRITSCH replica, we will tell you exactly what BB weight on the website. If you have an AEG, let's assume it's a decent one. I would also say 0.25, 28 to 0.32 gram BB. If you have a gas long rifle and it doesn't shoot at least 0.32 gram BB, then something's wrong. Generally, you should be using 0.32 to 0.4 gram BB with a gas rifle replica. If you have a sniper rifle, above 0.4 gram BB should be your target. Ideally, the heaviest you can shoot at your particular muzzle velocity. If you fall outside of this recommendation, and I mean on the lower end, like your replica cannot shoot 0.2 gram BB, it doesn't lift it, then something's wrong. If you can shoot heavier, congratulations, you have a good one. Or you are overpowered, and you should really reconsider your muzzle energy.
And Joseph, if anyone's considering going for an even higher BB and going for steel BBs, what do you have to say to tell them?
Just keep it in your backyard, I guess. Like if you want to shoot ceramics, people used to do that in the past.
It's a terrible idea. Please don't use steel. It's happened on fields. Don't do it.
Yeah. Remember, you are playing with your friends, and without these opponents that are your friends, you are not playing Airsoft. You are alone in the woods, and you have no friends. Okay? So don't use, or generally speaking, don't try to cheat. Don't use, or don't try to go around rules for that particular field.
That's a good conclusion.
That's a good conclusion. I feel good.